feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been petty. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed heavy, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities are never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that. Moving, MVP, I got the record, I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. Run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my big dog, walking big talk, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them. This is my ship, I'm a jacket like Letterman, y'all better not let them in. They gon' rotate this, so I keep the pedaling, started a chain. The cycle is heaven sent, this is from God, but I'm not your reverend, not in the pulpit. I'm a pit bull in this element, yeah. Said you gon' pull up, then settle it, yeah. I've been married to this hustle, this is my ring, watch I step in it, yeah. And I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here. Watch I touch down, pulling plans out the clutch. Everybody getting crushed, the cut down is for us now. Have to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. Run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my, yeah. Run it, I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. Run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been petty. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed heavy, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities are never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that. Moving, MVP, I got the record, I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. Run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my big dog, walking big talk, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them. This is my ship, I'm a jacket like Letterman, y'all better not let them in. They gon' rotate this, so I keep the pedaling, started a chain. The cycle is heaven sent, this is from God, but I'm not your reverend, not in the pulpit. I'm a pit bull in this element, yeah. Said you gon' pull up, then settle it, yeah. I've been married to this hustle, this is my ring, watch I step in it, yeah. And I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here, watch I.
Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. All right, man, I decided to do this impromptu live stream in an effort to some extent to try to go live a little bit more than what we normally do. Once a week we go live on Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But decided that, we're going to try to do a little bit more live streams during the week when time permits. But typically these live streams are going to be, I would say, things that are driven by passion. And what has drove me to do this live stream today is a video that we dropped earlier today. And the title was, let me pull the title up real quick because I want to make sure I read it verbatim. Mayweather, Terence Crawford should fight Benavidez or Jaron Ennis. And I saw a lot of feedback in the comment section. Some good, some negative. And I want to address some of it. Shout out to my guy, John Mack. He also inspired me to hop on here today and talk about this a little bit. And I'm looking forward to whoever might call in during this live, because I know one individual that tends to like to call in, specifically when there are topics like this. And so there's an opportunity for us to get the smoke. Now, people are mad because we said that we feel that Terence Crawford should be willing to face David Benavidez. And I saw shout out to Gospel Musician. He was in the comment section as well, longtime supporter of the channel, and I appreciate him. But he said, why don't you guys stop pretending like you're not biased as it relates to Terence Crawford? And, basically, keep it real in terms of how we feel about Crawford. And I feel like for the longest, we've kept it real in regards to Terence Crawford and how we feel about Terence Crawford. But no matter what we say about Terence Crawford, no matter what comes out of our mouths, it doesn't matter one way or the other. You're going to present it and you're going to accept it. You're going to receive it in however way you want to receive it. And that's perfectly okay with me. But at the same time, when I lean into that, then don't also say, well, you guys are being disingenuous, because I don't understand it. It needs to be one thing or the other. Terence Crawford has said on multiple occasions that he wants the opportunity to face Canelo Alvarez. On multiple occasions, we have said that, hey, if you truly want to fight Canelo Alvarez and you want to force that fight David Benavidez. You force the opportunity to fight Canelo Alvarez, because the excuse Canelo Alvarez currently has is that you are too small. You're a welterweight moving up. And I feel that Terence Crawford is too small. I actually agree with Canelo Alvarez. He's not big enough to face those guys. But if you truly have a desire to go and fight Canelo Alvarez, fight someone that's already at super middleweight so that everybody can see that you can actually fight at super middleweight, that you are competitive at super middleweight. That's important, because that will sell the fight. Because right now, just what we saw from Mel, I don't know. I think it's the second biggest fight in the sport, but I'm not sure, right? So do that. And then y'all really want Crawford to lose that bad. It's not about Big Herm. It's not about Terence Crawford losing or not losing. It's about the inconsistent arguments that I'm tired of hearing in regards to Terence Crawford and why it's okay for him to fight Canelo Alvarez, but not okay to fight David Benavidez. It makes no sense. You start hearing people talk about measurables. The measurables are the reason why it's okay for him to fight. Since when is it the height and reach division? Big Herm, light skin business. Since when is it the reach and height division? I've never heard of that. It's the weight division, not reach and height, weight division. They say, well, Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez, Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, they have the same measurables. They're like the same height. Bud got a little bit more reach, so forth and so on. That's the reason why it makes sense for Bud to fight Canelo Alvarez. Those same people will tell you, though, that they want to see Canelo Alvarez fight David Benavidez and that he's a pussy for not fighting David Benavidez. Well, using the logic that it's all about measurables, then the argument can be made that Canelo should not fight David Benavidez either, because he is the same height, if not shorter, than Terence Crawford, and he definitely has a shorter reach. So if it's about measurables, then why would Canelo Alvarez need to fight David Benavidez? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. So Manolo said, be honest, it's about him beating the snot out of your guy. Actually, it's not. Actually, it's not. Because if it was just that, I would like to see him go up and fight Canelo Alvarez, because I don't think he wins that fight either. So actually it's not. It's really about the fact that the arguments are inconsistent. Make a consistent argument. That's my problem. The argument's not consistent. Oh, Bud's too small for David Benavidez because he's not tall enough, and you start to cite the reach and the height difference. But yet the same height and reach difference is present with Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez, but you don't have a problem with that fight. Make it make sense. Manelo, maybe it's that you don't want to see your favorite fighter get stretched. Maybe you know that he's not a super middleweight and you're hoping that somehow, some way, some shape, some form, that he'll be able to go up and beat Canelo Alvarez and become a super middleweight champion, when in reality, this motherfucker can beat anybody at super middleweight. It makes no sense whatsoever. So those are the arguments that really just, it pisses me off, dog. Make a reasonable, sound, logical argument, which would be, we just want to see Canelo get a bag. Terence Crawford get a bag. We just want to see him get a bag. And I can respect that argument. We just want to see him get a bag. We know Canelo's the bag. And that's a fight that he wouldn't take as much damage because we believe, the size would prevent him from taking as much damage. Then say that. But don't sit up here and tell me that it's about Terence Crawford. It's about him being great. It's about his greatness. What about his great? It don't have nothing to do with his greatness. It ain't got nothing to do with his greatness, because he would be just as great, or perceived as being just as great, if he were to face and beat David Benavidez. He would go into a lot of people's top 3. He would go into a lot of people's top 3 if he were to beat David Benavidez. Manolo said, why am I so mad? I'm so mad because Jerry Soriano. Yeah, I've been looking for you, Jerry. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, Jerry, I'm going to open up the phone lines, but not yet. You've been the main person I'm looking. Oh, yeah, the old Greg's back, and I want the smoke today, Jerry. I want the smoke. Oh, I will open up the phone lines. Don't worry, Jerry. They're going to open up, but right now I'm still on my soliloquy. Manolo, I don't like these arguments that make no damn sense. That's my problem. If you want to see Terence Crawford go get a bag, then say so. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that reasoning. I'm okay with that logic. Stop hiding behind, it's about legacy. That's bullshit. Stop hiding behind all these excuses about why he can't fight one fighter, but he can fight another one. Those are excuses. What does Boots bring to the table? Boots is a great fight. Now, if you're saying that you want Terence Crawford to go after the bag, I understand that. But David Benavidez would be a profitable fight for both David Benavidez and Terence Crawford. And Terence Crawford will be able to take the lion's share of those dollars. You don't get the opportunity to skip the line because you don't even have the cachet in terms of your name appeal, in terms of selling tickets, to skip the line. So stop making these excuses for Terence Crawford. They're all excuses that I don't want to hear. Making, oh, it's the measurables. The measurables. Oh, they're the same size. The measurables. When Canelo Alvarez has the exact same measurables and Jerry Soriano is on record stating that Canelo should be fighting David Benavidez. Or you're on record. You're on record. So how the hell is Terence Crawford too small for David Benavidez based on the measurables, the height and the reach, yet Canelo Alvarez has an even bigger disadvantage in terms of height and reach, but you're saying that he's a pussy for not fighting David Benavidez? Make it make sense. Your argument don't hold no weight. No weight. If he can go up to 68, it's not the height and reach divisions, it's the weight divisions. Some of them make the argument, oh, well, David Benavidez, he's like a cruiserweight. He rehydrates the cruiserweight. What the hell you think Canelo does? Canelo rehydrated up into like the high 170s against Floyd Mayweather, and that was years ago, fighting at 54. What do you think he's rehydrating up to today, coming in at 168? He's at least 185, if not more, which means he's also a cruiserweight. But you're not concerned about him rehydrating, but you are concerned about David Benavidez. Make it make sense. Don't make no damn sense. And y'all all know it don't make no sense. Jerry Soriano gonna come in here and he gonna gaslight and gaslight and gaslight. I know that's what he's gonna do. That's my guy, Jerry Soriano. You know you my Linda for life, so I love you. And I love when you come on here and I'm going to give you a chance to spit all your stuff out. I'm going to give you an open mic to do what you need to do. However, you ain't going to be able to dispute none of the facts that I'm laying out right here because you know you don't have an argument for it. You're going to gaslight. You're going to move the goalposts. You're going to change subjects. I know it. Everybody in here knows it. Anybody that calls in here and tries to argue this logic, you have no defense against this logic. Your logic don't make no sense. So just go ahead and say what's really on your mind is one or two things. Either I want Terence Crawford to get the opportunity to get a bag, and then I can use if he can beat Canelo Alvarez. Talk about he's the greatest fighter ever, knowing damn well that in your heart of hearts he would not be a true 168-pound fighter. He doesn't deserve the titles. And if he were to fight somebody who is actually 168 pounder, which Canelo Alvarez is, and I still think he loses to Canelo Alvarez. But if he were to go up there and fight David Benavidez, it's night-night. I'm going to pull a Jerry Soriano. It's night-night. And you know it. You know it's going to happen. So don't make no excuses about height and weight and all that other shit because he's going to have, Canelo has the same disadvantages, and we all want to see Canelo Alvarez in the ring with him. I don't want to see Terence Crawford at 168 pounds. I would love to see Terence Crawford at 154. I would love to see him win a couple of titles at 54. I think he beats everybody at 54. Yep, think he beats everybody at 54. Think he's going to beat Tim Tszyu. Think he's going to beat Keith Thurman and Keith Thurman win. Think he beats anybody at 54. And he will sustain the same legacy that you guys said that he would becoming a 3-time or 3-division champion by going to 154 and facing those guys and winning those titles. He'll get the same legacy. But in reality, what you want is to be able to say, he went up 3 weight classes and won 168 pounds and he got the biggest bag. Look at Bud. That's what you really want to do. That's what you really want to say. But then your arguments don't line up when you start talking about other fighters in the division. Because when we start talking about 54, you guys are fine with every name at 54 because you can beat every name at 54. But you're not okay with every name at 68 because you believe that there's only one name at 68 that he can beat. And I don't even think he beats that name. But that is the true reason. So keep it a buck when you call in. Let me see what's going on in the comment section. Man, sometimes I just got to go on these rants, dog. I'm going to start calling them Greg's rants when I just feel like getting on a live and going off on a weekday. Let's see what I got in the comment section here real quick. Last thing I saw was Mr. Jerry Soriano. Crawford stops Boots and Canelo, but David too big, too vicious. He ain't going to beat no damn Boots like that, man. Deuce Daly, I like that match, Mimo versus Conte. Deuce Daly, my dog's in the building. Deuce can't stand us when we talk negative about Canelo Alvarez, though. Don Fabrizio Gambino, Greg, answer this question. What was it okay for Roy Jones Jr. to? No, it wasn't. I didn't consider Roy Jones a heavyweight champion. No. My guy Manolo, why you so mad? You know why I'm mad, Manolo. Let's see. Crawford won a huge bag. Exactly. I ain't got no problem with that. David has no belts other than the WBC title, right? Because Canelo's been stripped. Or have you forgotten that, Dixon? He's going to have the WBC title, so that's the opportunity for him to go up and win the title. He derives that bag like everyone else. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Manolo. Oh, they're going to be mad at this. Oh, you know they are, Mr. Vegas. I know you ain't about excuses. I know where you're going, Manolo. You better leave me alone now. I'm not on no spin stuff now. I'm sensitive. I don't feel like talking about that. Crawford is animal and could outbox David. No, he ain't gonna outbox no damn David. You crazy. What do you think Bud does? Bud just was 180 versus Spence. Fact. John Mack, my guy's in the building. John Mack was part of the inspiration for this particular call. So appreciate you for joining, John Mack. It's the weight bully division. Okay. Makes about as much sense as you wanted Spence to fight a soft touch. I don't even know what you talking about there, man. What you talking about? It don't make no sense. What's understood don't have to be explained. I know, John Matt. What's understood is that he'll get his ass whooped. So that's why you don't want to see him fight. I understand that too. Let's see. Oh, A.S. Meeks. What's going on with you, A.S. Meeks? I saw you earlier today in the chat as well. A.S. Meeks, what did you say in the chat today? That I don't understand what Bud is trying to accomplish. Yeah, I do. He's trying to accomplish a bag. Are you angry at Bud for not fighting who you want him to fight? No. Not at all. I really don't care who Bud fight. But I would like to see him at 54, actually. Why should Bud care what Floyd wants? Floyd doesn't care what we want. Tank to fight Devin or Shakur or even Teal, but he gives you crap fights. Hey, man, if you say so. If you say so. And shout out to my guy, Jason Williams. That's my dog, too. And Tunnel Vision. Shout out, Tunnel. See, Dwayne T. You want Bud to lose so bad trying to say he should fight Benavidez. Canelo don't come in the ring at 190, 195. Canelo comes in the ring at 185 to 190. He absolutely does. He came in the high 170s against Floyd, my guy. So, yeah, he swole, too. Bud Tender's mad at Greg and Floyd today. Oh, yeah, they mad at me. Only man fans want Crawford to fight at 168. Canelo would not be a big bag. He would get what everyone else is getting. Yeah, that's probably true, too. Jason Williams, Greg, you're not understanding. Bud isn't competing at 168 division. He wants a specific fighter in that division. Oh, well, you don't get to go up and try to win the 168-pound title just because what you want. Who the fuck is Bud? Manolo laughing at me probably. AS Meeks 39 said, Greg, you're my guy, but this has to stop. Never. I will rage against the machine as long as I want. Listen, I'm going to say whatever the hell it is that I have on my mind. And sometimes it's going to be right. And sometimes it's going to be wrong. And sometimes I'm going to get cooked for being wrong. And I ain't got no problem with that. But best believe I'm going to put it out there because, quite frankly, I don't care. Dizzy GMZ, Greg, y'all stay hating on Crawford even after he watched Spence like a brand new car. How is this hate, bruh? How is this hate? Bruh, you don't see the logic in what I'm saying? How is it that Bud's too small for Benavidez, but Canelo isn't? It doesn't make any sense. You talk more about Bud than Spence. Well, Spence ain't been talking here lately. So I got to talk about Bud. It is what it is. Big Herm, $4.99. Appreciate you, Big Herm. Keep the rants going, bro. Tank times Haney 2024. Dog, that fight got to happen, bro. That fight got to happen. I don't think it's going to happen in 24, though. I think it might happen in 25. But that fight got to happen soon, ASAP, because Devin's going to outgrow the division. Andre Noble, what up, fam? Live on Monday. I had to go live, man, because John Mack forced me to. The comments in the comment section. Blame John Mack. Blame gospel musician. Blame A.S. Meeks. Blame all of them for me going live because now I'm on my rent and I'm pissed off. And I know I got to hear Jerry Soriano, my lender for life. I got to hear him. Jerry, you and I got to connect on something too, Jerry. I actually want to get your advice on something outside of boxing. We going to talk. Edward Torres, what's going on with your family? What's up, Greg? Shout out AM. What's going on, man? Who else in the building? Tell Bud to fight boots are dropped. Boy, he moving up to 54 for sure. I'm trying to wait for Jason to come on because I know he probably wants to talk. He's supposed to already be on, just like Jason. You know, he's a slacker. He is a slacker. But nah, dude, it's like I just saw those comment section and people talking mad noise about us in the comment section, talking about we hating and all this other stuff. And I'm like, dude, what do you mean? Or saying that I put on I'm grinning. I got a smirk on my face. The reason why I had a grin on my face and a smirk on my face is because no matter what I say, I know you're going to say I'm hating. So that's why I'm grinning. No matter what I say, I know what your response is going to be. You know what I'm saying? I know what Terence Crawford fans are going to say in the comment section. So it becomes funny to me. I smirk. I lean into what people say I am, which is apparently a hater. We're Terence Crawford haters. We PBC lovers. They talk about we have never said that PBC fighters are inactive, which is false. We've talked about that already. They say we've never criticized. We've criticized Spence before. We've criticized Tank before. Like, I don't, what? We've criticized Floyd before. We've criticized Al Heyman and PBC before. Yet we are PBC haters. According to Jason Williams, we were paid by PBC. PBC ain't never put $1 in our pockets. Unlike some YouTubers that I know for a fact that are getting paid. by some of your favorite mouthpieces out here. For a fact. You don't see that. You don't get that from AM Sports. We are here, and people talking about we are biased. Everyone is inherently biased because at the end of the day, we're giving you our takes. Now, for the most part, we try to put as much logic and reason in our takes as possible. But your take is going to be inherently biased because it is dependent upon your personal preferences. Right? Your personal preferences play a part in your take. So yes, we have a level of bias in our take. We absolutely do. And I would say that over and over and over again. I do not hate Terence Crawford. I've said that in multiple videos. I've said that in multiple streams. I've said that in multiple shorts. I mostly hate his sycophant fans is what I hate. Ones that call you haters because at the end of the day, your reasoning and logic doesn't align to whatever it is that they're saying. That's what I don't like. That's who I don't like. So it is what it is. Let's see what else. Jason Williams, my guy in the building. King, oh no, I think he's talking to somebody else. He's not talking to me. Just trying to see who up in here. John Mack in the dirt. I don't know what John Mack talking about either. Oh, okay, Jason went Greg. That's because if you're talking about Bud, it's gonna be hate. No, it's not. It's not. What I just said was plain out, just straight up logic. Logic. I'm probably one of the most logical people on YouTube as it relates to boxing. And while you guys are at it, make sure you go check out AM Sports Cover 4. That's our new college football channel. We have been covering college football now for 2 weeks. We're almost up to 200 subs. So go check it out. Go become a subscriber. We love it. We love everybody to come over there and just see what we're doing. Shoney D, salute. I had somebody earlier today tell me that they unsubscribed to our channel because we did not align to their belief that Ryan Garcia's dad was being racist because he called Devin Haney's hair nappy. And my thing was that Devin Haney, and maybe I'm going to lose some more subscribers talking about this, but it is what it is. My opinion is my opinion. And this channel is not about, it's about everybody getting the opportunity to voice their opinion. So you have the freedom to come on and voice your opinion just like I do. But they attacked that man's hair and that man attacked back. That's all it was. I didn't view it as them trying to turn something into a racist rant. He should have said it looked like somebody shitted on the top of your head. That's what he should have said. Should have said looked like somebody turned around, you kneeled down, and they took a shit right on the top of your head. That's what he should have said, right? That would have been more appropriate. But at the end of the day, I just felt like the guy was just returning fire because maybe they hit a sensitive point. Maybe that man's hair is sensitive to him. So, and we hear people in the black community call other black people hair nappy. Not to say that it's okay for somebody else to do it because it can be considered racist. But why did you go to that man's hair? Bill's hair is it's more than coarse. His hair is not combed. So it is what it is. So, but some people gonna get pissed at that. Jason Williams say, see, even though I disagree with 99.99999%, I still smash like what? I hate everything about you. I hate everything about you. I think Jason Williams must be like my long lost brother or something. He gotta be. This mofo has been annoying me like he's some kin to me for years, or at least a couple years now. Jesus Christ. Brandon House, salute. AS Meeks 39, tell Floyd to fight Bud exhibition since he got so much to say about. No, man, Floyd retired. He ain't gonna fight Bud. Why would he fight Bud? Nah, man. Nah, ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. Let me see what this sucker meet Jason is right now, because I've been trying to wait for him to get his thoughts off. And boy, this dude is struggling. Let me see where he at. I'm gonna call him on speakerphone.
Yo.
Fuck face, where are you?
I'm logging in now.
Hurry up. Shit. See, that's how I talk to Jason. Excuse my language. All right. Jason is in the building. Hey, Jay, I don't know if you had the opportunity to really hear the rant that I've been on here for the last, hell, man. It's got to be about 30 minutes, man. You know, I mean, what's your thoughts on this, man? I mean, Jerry Soriano already told me that he calling me. He wants to smoke. And I told him, I'm ready for you. I'm ready. So what's your thoughts, bro?
Man, we've been saying this for how long now? I mean, it's just crazy to me. We've been talking about the weight bullying. We've been talking about how, you know, he should fight Benavidez. If he really wants to try to force Canelo's hand, fight Benavidez. Yeah. You know? That's one way. Then you can really say, oh, he's ducking Bud. But, you know, then I was like, what was it? What, 2 weeks ago? He was like, oh, the measurables. Oh, the measurables. Then, you know, I was listening to what you were telling me, like how you already laid out. Like Canelo has a shorter reach than Bud, you know, so that he's shorter than Bud or about the same height as Bud. So he has the same measurables as Bud. So why not? And it's not that I want to see him get beat, but if it's about legacy and we see Canelo's not fighting neither one of them and essentially ducking both of them, force his hand. Fact. Force it to make it really be a duck. You take the mandatory from David Benavidez, you get mad props for that shit. Don't think it's going to happen if they were to fight, but you would get mad props for just taking that fight, number one. Surviving the fight, winning, I give you all the credit in the world, but
he's my top three. He'd be my top three, boy. If he he'd be my top three. And this
ain't no hate. This ain't about hating Bud. We gave Bud all the credit in the world for beating Spence. It has nothing because he beat Spence. That don't hurt my feelings at all. He beat Spence's ass. It is what it is. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Spence got beat, got handled. So it is what it is on that. But keep it consistent, man. Just keep it consistent. If Bud is too small to hit Benavidez, then so is Canelo.
They're both too small. If that's your argument, they're both too small. But you'll hear other guys say, no. But he should fight Benavidez. Hey, it is what it is, man. I'm about to open up the phone line. Phone lines are open now. You know, I already know who's gonna call in. I'm ready for you.
Also, Bud just need to go ahead and drop them belts at 147. Drop the belts at 147 so that weight division can move on. And Canelo drop the belts at 168 so they can move on. Easy.
And I'm ready for you.
Let him cook.
Yeah.
Welcome, Jerry Soriano.
And you got all the regulars in the chat going, I'm gonna go have a late lunch. I'm gonna go jog while this blowhard goes off. But I can tell you this, chat, because I watch everybody. I know everybody by name. Mark my words. I ain't running. I'm a true fireman. When I'm wrong, I don't run from the smoke. I come straight at it.
Okay.
So here's what I will say, my friends. Jason, thank you for showing up. Because I need y'all both to raise your right hand. Before I can start, I need a testimonial. I need to set the record straight. Are we okay with Tank Davis fighting Haney at 140? No rehydration clause.
Yes.
At 140, we just saw a 20-year-old Tank mollywop a 16-year-old Haney.
Mm-hmm.
No weight clause, no rehydration.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, I beg to differ. As men, there is not a bigger difference physically than a 20-year-old and a 16-year-old, Jason. I heard you yesterday go, oh, there's only a 4-year difference. Buddy, when you were a freshman in high school, could you fight a senior? Could you fight a freshman in college? Could you fight a sophomore in college as a freshman in high school, Jason? But that seemed fair.
Jason, you got an answer for him?
You said yesterday the 4-year difference wasn't much. It ain't much if we're talking about, Tank versus Haney right now. And a 16-year-old versus a 20-year-old? Buddy, come on, man.
Raise
your right hand.
Whether I win or lose, we're going to fight.
Raise your right hand. Raise your right hand.
Right?
Haney at Tank at 140. Are we good there? Haney versus Tank at 140. Are we good there?
Good there in terms of what?
Yeah. Why can't he be at 135 though, Jim?
The hot topic right now is weight. And that Bud Crawford, oh man, you should be able to go up to 168 and fight whoever. I'm going to get to that in a minute.
Okay.
But if we're going to talk that way, you can't talk out of both sides of your neck. Is Tank and Haney okay at 140?
Well, I'm failing to see what the correlation is, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say yes.
What? You failed to see the correlation.
Yes, I failed to see the correlation.
Not to have any excuses, big boy. If you want to go to 168, don't talk to me about measurables.
Hold on. Okay, so let me go ahead and jump in here.
Haney meet at 140, and Tank and Haney meet at 140. Because goddamn, Haney owes him one.
After what we saw. Yeah, after what we saw, he does owe him one. You're absolutely right.
He owes him one. And let me tell you about us guys over 40. Greg, I think, actually, Jason, both of you guys at some point in your life started lifting weights.
I still lift weights.
Yeah.
Just came from the...
And guess what? If you went to a high school reunion or ran into somebody at the mall who was a senior in high school, used to bully you as a freshman in high school, and now you're looking at him. He's the same goddamn size he was in high school as a senior. That's who Tank reminds me of. That damn bully. That's a Billy Badass when he was 20. We got sparring with him beating up Haney at 16, with him beating up Teofimo at 16. But now they're too big. Now they're too big. Trust me. Yesterday when I said there isn't another boxer, championship level, that talks about sparring like Tank. And Greg said, did he talk about, he talked about Haney. Did he talk about Shakur? Yes, he talked about Shakur. Not only that, he's on record right now talking about Frank Martin. I cracked him too. He won't stop. He's that high school bully, hasn't grown in 10 goddamn years. But now he's scared of everybody at 140. So if you agree that it's okay for Tank to fight Haney at 140, we can proceed. Because if you don't agree, we probably need to stop right now. And you need to explain to the chat why you okay with Crawford fighting anybody at 168. Measurables are not important, but they are for Tank.
So, number one, we are not talking about Gervonta Davis trying to skip 3 weight classes or any weight classes to go up to fight one fighter and then avoid another fighter.
One weight class.
The point is
weight class.
The point is one guy is trying to make the excuse of why he can't fight one fighter.
Greg, I'm going to get to Crawford here in a minute. I need to get you on record. Are you okay, you and Jason, with Haney and Tank fighting at 140? No rehydration clause, brother.
I've been fine with them fighting at 140 for a while.
Beat the daylights out of Haney.
We've been fine with 135, 140. We've been fine with that.
There's so many caveats to that argument, but go ahead. I want you to get to your Terence Crawford point. That's what I really want.
Do you remember you man, I went back to your videos. You had a video up almost a year ago. Yeah. Do you remember when Tank Davis said he would knock out Crawford at 147?
He said that as a joke.
Do you remember when Tank Davis said he will fight Keith Thurman at 147?
He said that Terence
And then
Crawford
your
comment is a
friends,
joke.
your other YouTube partners were going, "Oh, Tank Davis was just trolling. He wasn't serious. He was goddamn serious."
Have you seen the entire
Would you
video?
be
He
okay?
was.
Would you be
The
okay
whole
with Tank
video.
Davis, like he said, fighting Crawford at 147?
So number one, he said he was trolling, and no, I wouldn't be okay with him fighting Terence Crawford at 147.
Okay.
There's a weight
so
class.
here's
There's a
what
weight
we
difference.
have proven. There are only two goddamn firemen in this boxing business right now.
Okay.
Two of my favorite fighters, Terence Bud Crawford and David the Mexican Monster Benavidez, are the only true firemen.
Oh, is that the case?
Scared of the smoke, they run towards it. They're comfortable in the heat. So here's what I would tell you. David Benavidez has a 74.5-inch arm reach.
Same as Crawford.
Crawford has 74 inches. I've been looking at this fight because I had a strange feeling this was going to come up.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a storyline. David Benavidez did not like Crawford trouncing his brother. I saw it in David's eyes.
I saw it in his eyes too.
I saw it in Jose Benavidez Sr.'s eyes. They
Time
give
for David to get revenge.
Crawford his respect because David Benavidez is a true champ. He's truth. He ain't like other PBC fighters. He ain't got to talk down on everybody. I'm looking in the chat right now. You got PBC operatives. All they do is shit on people. Black fighters. They just want to call in and go, "Man, those are the YouTube channels. They want to keep a black man down." But all you do, my friend, you in the chat, you know your name. All you do is shit on black fighters. Grown-ass men. I don't even need to ask you. I know you're over 40. Confused. So here's what I will say. Mayweather's online right now. I haven't seen the interview. But Greg, you all fired up
Yeah.
like Crawford said no.
He did. He already said he wouldn't fight him.
Last time I checked, Floyd Mayweather is Al Heyman's right-hand man.
Okay.
Last time I checked, Bud Ennis fights under the PBC banner.
That's false.
Last time I checked, David Benavidez is under the PBC banner.
Yep.
So if you really about it, Mayweather, and you ain't about trolling, because God forbid you would never fight David Benavidez at 168, would you, Floyd Mayweather? You would trade him down to 152 at a
Neither would
catchweight, and make sure you have a rehydration clause, just
Neither
like
would
you
Crawford.
taught your boy Tank Davis.
Neither would
You
Crawford.
would not fight David Benavidez at 168.
Crawford was talking about
Now,
rehydration
here
against
is
Canelo.
where Bud Crawford can prove and show to you he's a true fireman. He's comfortable in the heat. He don't run from the smoke. He runs towards it. Floyd Mayweather, if you are listening, PBC operatives in the chat, you've got a direct line to Floyd Mayweather and Al Heyman. Send the goddamn contract. Send the contract. Beg, I get it. You're all hyped up. Your blood veins are popping out your neck like Crawford said he wouldn't do it.
He already said
Send
he
the
would.
goddamn contract. Ain't nothing between David Benavidez and Crawford but air. They're under the same umbrella. Crawford's still a free agent. Matter of fact, you owe him a goddamn fight. Crawford says, "I'm sorry for upsetting apple. I'm sorry that I had to beat the brakes off your boy." And I know that still burns, Jason. I see it in your eyes. Your lips are moving, but your eyes don't lie, Chico. And I'm with you. If my boy, after 5 years of build-up on YouTube, hundreds of videos, your YouTube friends made a career out of bashing Crawford. After all of that, And this is what you got for us, Spence. You're embarrassing. I want to see Crawford get his brains beat in too. So I get it. But what I'm saying is, don't be upset if Crawford hasn't been offered a fight. He hasn't turned down a Jaron boot in his fight. Matter of fact, Greg.
Yes, he is.
Matter of fact, Greg, you responded on Twitter to Bud Crawford and Ray Jackson. I saw it today. Do you remember what Bud Crawford told Ray Jackson on Twitter?
Today?
For those that are asking for the boots in his fight, make it happen. If not, shut. So we're arguing about nothing. Crawford ain't turned the Bruce Ennis fight down. Last time I checked, Bruce Ennis is loyalty for Showtime. Following the lead of Espinosa, the weasel that knew Showtime was going out of business. So, Mayweather, if you're listening, BBC operatives in the chat, tell Mayweather to send Crawford a contract. We ain't about all that talk, like your boy Tank. He's got this hit list. Ooh, I got Lomachenko on there, and I've got, yeah. Everyone's going to get it, man. Haney's going to get it. Shakur Stevens. Ooh, man, look at this little list I got. Stop talking about it. Be about it. So here's what I say to you, Greg. I agree. Crawford should fight Boots. If Crawford agrees to a David Benavidez fight, which I see different now, because David Benavidez doesn't have one-punch knockout power like Canelo. He punches in bunches. He's one of the best punchers in the game. But guess who's better? Terence Bud Crawford. So you're going to have to be quicker than Terence Bud Crawford. You can't necessarily hit him without him hitting you because the reach is about the same. So at this point, it's going to be who's more agile. And when Benavidez is hitting him, you got to be careful of the incoming. So I see that fight totally different now. And what I say to you is this. Send him the goddamn contract. And when Bud Crawford turns the fight down, then we can resume this conversation. It's Jerry Soriano, your lender for life. Let him.
That was Jerry Soriano, our lender for life, spitting some things that were facts, other things that were completely incorrect. Number one, Boots Ennis is not signed to PBC.
Tank's name is Tank.
Huh?
He got a fact saying that Tank's name is Tank, so that's correct.
Yeah, Boots Ennis is not signed to PBC. Terence Crawford has already turned down the fight. I was actually looking for the video because I remember specifically when he said that he wouldn't fight. He wouldn't fight Boots Ennis. And I know that our other buddy is calling in right now to counter him because he knows that he was talking about him. What's up, fam?
Hey, what's going on? Tunnel Vision.
I know who it is. What's up?
Nothing, man. I mean, this dude want to be talking about operatives or whatever. Couple of things. Number one, if Crawford was to go up to 168 pounds and fight there, Crawford walks around 170-something pounds. We've seen Crawford, flexing and all this other stuff on social media on many occasions, showing what his weight was, which is around 170-something plus pounds.
And he deadlifts 700 pounds.
Yeah. Huh?
And he deadlifts 700 pounds.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And Floyd Mayweather used to fight at his walk-around weight. Floyd Mayweather was at 147 pounds 2 months before the fight. He was weighing in for the WBC, check-in weigh-ins. He was already at 147 pounds 2 months before the fights. He used to be outweighed by 15 to 20 pounds on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
That was a normal thing for Floyd. When Floyd fought at 154 pounds, Floyd used to weigh in at 150 pounds. And even when he fought at 147 pounds, in the morning of the fights of weigh-ins, he used to still be be low enough in weight where you used to see him, drinking water and all that other stuff before the weigh-ins, when they used to have like the interviews and everything before the weigh-ins, like they used to do back in the day on HBO. He used to do that all the time. So Terence Crawford going up in weight, he'd be doing what Floyd Mayweather already did. He would basically be having the same disadvantage as Floyd did when he fought against Canelo. It'd be the same type of disadvantage. And you want to talk about Floyd, Floyd Mayweather fought all the way up to 154 pounds. Terence Crawford has yet to even fight at 154 pounds. Terence Crawford's almost 80 years old, and he's only fought in 3 divisions. You know what I'm saying? He was the one who was melting himself down to the point where he was a damn skeleton to make weight down at 130, at 135, and 140 and everything. That's what he was doing. So, he needs to probably educate himself a little bit more on Floyd Mayweather before he starts making moronic comments like he was doing. Not to even mention, we don't even need to get into the champions and pound-for-pound fighters that man has fought and Hall of Famers that man has fought in his career. So everything that he was saying as pertains to Floyd was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, I mean, as far as that, and comparing it with Tank also, that's also stupid because the thing is that Tank's not saying, I want to go up and face the undisputed champion of the world at 140 pounds.
That's what I was saying.
I don't want to face anybody else.
That's what I was saying, dog. That's exactly what I was about to say. I'm not drawing the correlation. There's no correlation there. It doesn't make sense.
There's no correlation. In fact, Tank is different because Tank, just a couple of fights ago, weighed at 133 pounds. Tank right now, at the weight class he's at right now, is being outweighed by 10-plus pounds by everybody that he fights. Like I always say, anybody, you go look at that man standing next to Barrios. You know what I'm saying? You watch him, look at him standing next to Barrios, the height, the reach, the weight disadvantage that he was in. Tank already puts himself into a space where he's at a massive disadvantage in weight. You just want him to even just, because people always talk about, you need to make things equal. No. What Tank, even when he has rehydration clause, what he does is he tries to minimize the disadvantage that he has. He's already going to be at a disadvantage, even with the rehydration clause. That's just to minimize it, saying that I don't want to be outweighed by 25 pounds. Let me keep it at 15. I don't want to be only outweighed by 15 pounds, by only 12 pounds. I don't want to be outweighed by 25. So that's what even for the times that he did that. And Ryan Garcia wouldn't have had to have a rehydration clause if he had weighed in at 135 pounds anyway. But Tank's already at a massive disadvantage every single time he basically fights.
Mm-hmm.
So it's completely different. I could understand if somebody if it was like somebody was undisputed at the weight class, and he was like, I want to fight that guy, but I won't fight anybody else. Tank is saying, I don't want to necessarily go out and go fight at 140 pounds because I don't feel comfortable there. You know what I'm saying? But if he was to do something like that, what his team has said is like, if he was to do something like go to 140, there would have to be some kind of concessions because they're not going to put themselves into a space where they're outweighed by 15, 20 plus, and 25 plus pounds. You know what I'm saying? But as far as Terence Crawford, if you're going to go to that weight class and you're saying that you want to fight the guy that has all the belts and you want to be seen, basically you undisputed, you're seen as the best guy in the division. If you're able to go fight that guy in that type of situation, you should be able to fight anybody else in that weight class.
Facts.
And the reality is, they're not giving you that fight. So since they're not giving you that fight, you need to do something that's going to take that fight. You need to take it.
Yes.
And the only way you're going to be able to take it is to do something like that, like fight like fight a Benavidez, beat a Benavidez, which would make you the mandatory, which would put you into the space where this guy's basically then going to have to fight you or drop the belt because soon they're going to have to order that mandatory. They're going to have to order it too. And if they don't, you know how Terence Crawford is, he can just file a freaking suit on the WBC and force him to do it. You know, so he can put himself into a position to get that fight. But he's going to have to go through the fire. You're talking about he's a fireman. He's not afraid to go through the fire. Well, there's the fire. Trust me, PBC will have no problem setting up that fight, and they'll pay you well for it. That's a fight because of Benavidez, and that's getting $3 million gates. That's getting okay pay-per-views. You put him with you, Mr. Superstar, now because you beat Earl Spence and you need all the big fights and the big money. You know what I'm saying? Since you got all this clout and you're the big star now, put those two together, they're going to do numbers. They're going to do numbers. You know, especially with the fact that you're taking on a challenge like that is going to bring massive interest to that. So you're gonna do that $10 million gate. You're gonna get your $15-20 million. You're gonna get your bread, but you're gonna have to take that risk and show that you're really about that life. You know, show that you really are that quote fireman that they're saying that you are. Who didn't want to go into the fire until he was almost 36 years old, you know, who used to always drive by the damn fires, you know what I'm saying, go into the top rank, fire station and lock himself in over there. But, you know what I'm saying, but it's all good. Like, he has that opportunity to do it. And that's, regardless of what anybody says, that's the only way he's going to get that fight. You're going to have to do something like that to get it. If you don't, you're not going to get it because PBC's not paying you to do it. And you see DAZN isn't putting up no crazy money.
Nope.
DAZN, you know, Canelo had to walk his ass right back, you know, to PBC, supposedly the broke ones, but DAZN wouldn't pay him. So he had to walk his ass back to PBC to get that, you know, to make his fight. You know what I mean? So DAZN's not going to pay you. The only way, and in order for you to get the money that you want, you're going to have to do another fight and show that you can generate something. That you can generate numbers, you can generate a gate, you can generate a pay-per-view without a Spence. And if you're able to do that with a Benavidez, that'd be then it's like, okay, and especially you climb a mountain like that, and you become victorious in a mountain like that, dude, now you put yourself into the space where you're going to be able to command money for a fight against Canelo, and they're going to pay it. Because then you've put yourself into a space, forget about the biggest fight in boxing. You've now put yourself into the space where you could potentially even come close to touching. You're talking now being one of the biggest fights in boxing history. That's the plane you're in now. You're talking about boxing history level fights, which now Canelo's going to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're talking about y'all both making God knows how much. You're talking about potentially Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather level type of stuff now. You know what I'm saying? So he gets the legacy that he supposedly wants, and you get that, who knows, $50, $60, $70 million bag. But in order to do that, you're going to have to walk through that fire. And there's absolutely no correlation whatsoever between him and the Gervonta Tank Davis situation. Completely different. Completely different. And if you don't want people saying that, then stop talking about you want to fight Canelo for undisputed then. Stop talking about it then. They're not even offering you any fights. And if the reports are true, they'd offer him Charlo and Erickson Lubin. They're not even offering you the Zoo fight. They're doing something completely different with him. So they're not even offering you the things that you want. And if you don't, you're going to mess around and find your ass back at BLK Prime fighting God knows who over there. So he needs to also be very careful with that because, I'm looking at the landscape and seeing what people are saying from the zone and what you're being offered. He doesn't necessarily have the leverage that he thinks he has, and the money doesn't necessarily seem to be there where people are willing to put up massive-wise for him. So, hey, good luck with it, though.
Good luck to him, and I don't think it's going to end up turning out the way he wanted it to turn out, and that's just my opinion on it. No, I pretty much agree with everything you're saying here.
Yeah, so, hey, like I said, either do it or shut up, because I'm telling you, I'm looking at everything and the way they're looking at him and the way things are going, especially if the Earl Spence fight thing doesn't happen, if they got him in a different direction, they're going to be trying to build Spence back up and get him into a situation where he can fight like a Fundora and have him do like the Zoo fight, because his fans are still there. You look at the analytics, everything, they're still there. They'll give him a welcome home fight in freaking Texas. After that, they'll have him do like a Fundora fight. have him do a unification with Zoo, you know what I'm saying, in fights that they know are going to do money with people that are part of the PBC that are not going to be hard to negotiate with. They'll go that route. That's what people do in situations like that. Even with Top Rank, what they're trying to do, you know, they'll try to rebuild their own fighters. That's what people do in situations like this. And then the way that the Zone is talking, you see the way Eddie Hearn is talking and the way everybody else was talking over there. There's not like some massive money that they're going to be willing to give him. So his pickings are very small, and if he's not careful, he could end up burning the bridges that he has. And the only other fight they're going to probably potentially offer him that's actually realistic that they would probably do would be against Boots. You know, so he could do a Boots fight for Undisputed. That's a fight that I believe that they would pay for. That's a fight that people, the PBC was talking about. And what's the name? And whatever the dude from Showtime was. Espinoza was talking about. So that's pretty much looks like that's the only fight that's actually available for him. But it's also, I don't think it's going to be a thing where they give him a lot of money. You're going to have to eat what you killed now, just like everybody else. Probably a $3 million, $4, maybe $5 million guarantee at most than you making your money from back end. That's what it's going to be. You're looking for some top rank type shit. It's not happening. And I think he forgets about the fact that he made all that money off back end money. And then they're not going to give you that money up front. But,
Facts.
you know, couple of months coming up.
And here's my thing, too, dog. I feel that Terence Crawford is not the draw that people probably think he is. I don't think he's the draw. And that's the reason why, you know, he's looking for a Canelo fight, because that's going to – I mean, I don't see Terence Crawford generating the level of – and that's why I'm so interested in seeing him. I'm also interested in seeing Tank get back in the ring, too, to see how the numbers are. But I'm more so interested to see what Terence Crawford's numbers look like when he gets back in the ring, because there's such an argument out there that he's this big draw now. I want to see it.
Yeah, but even with that, though, you have to look at it like, what does the PBC think about it? If you heard Ellerby and the way that Ellerby was talking, he said we have the numbers. He keeps saying we have the numbers. Like, oh, this is a big fight, and they're like, no, it's not a big fight like that. You know what I'm saying? Because people think that, you know, that what's it called, Terence Crawford is this big star. They have the numbers. They have the analytics. They know where Terence Crawford stands. That even though he might not know it, and he might have these thoughts of grandeur when it comes to himself, they still have the numbers. They know what he is. You know, so because they know what he is, they're not going to give him the money that he's trying to command, which means he's going to have to go earn it. In order for you to go earn it, you're going to have to do it fights that they're willing to make. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to take the purses that they're willing to give you, and then you're going to have to show that you can generate. You know, look at even someone like a Tank. Tank's guarantee for the sixth highest grossing fight in the history of boxing was $5 million. Ryan Garcia was $2.5 million. That's what their guarantees were.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They didn't get no crazy guarantees. And these are like the top dudes. This is like one of the top dudes in Tank. And what's it called? You know, and they made all the money off the back end. So he keeps looking for like this big guarantees. He's not going to get it. And with Canelo Alvarez, they're not going to give him. People keep talking about that's his big payday. No, it's not his big payday. They're not going to give him no crazy shit. They're going to give him the same 25% they've been giving everybody else, if that. Because they've been giving PBC fighters that 25%. They've been giving, I think, Caleb Plant got like $10 million. But that was, again, another PBC fighter. The most they're going to give you in a fight like that would be 10. That's it. And then everything, you know, and then they're going to give you 25%. And they're not going to negotiate with you. If they would even do it, it'd be like, hey, you're getting paid 10, you're getting 25%, you're doing it. He starts teetering around like he always does. They're going to move on. That's what they're going to do, because you notice that's what they're doing now. They're not playing those games anymore. You saw when it came to Ryan and what's his name, Ryan and Rolly, right? How they were negotiating with Rolly, and then they find out that then Ryan's team tried to talk with what's his name, with the guy that Rolly's fighting with Isaac Cruz. So obviously that's all part of PBC. So now they realize that Ryan's negotiating with other people. The second they saw that Ryan was negotiating with other people, they moved on quick. There was no waiting around, nothing like it was quick. Usually they'll try to still negotiate. You know, remember people used to do that? They'll still try to talk and they'll let it go on long, further and further. They didn't do that. Boom, they just moved on. They talked to Canelo for a while, tried to get a deal done. Once it got to a certain point, it was like, all right, cool, go ahead, you go. That's what they're doing. They're not the whole Terence Crawford, Earl Spence thing, everything that happened. That's the blueprint now of what not to do. Not only for fighters, but also for the promotional company. Like even Ellaby was like, man, yo, you don't take money out of your own pocket. And he didn't say Spence, but he was talking about Spence. You don't take money out of your own pocket and give up all this leverage, you know, that you built up to somebody. You never do that. That's what he's saying. So they're not playing those games anymore, and they're using Earl Spence as now he allowed himself to be a crash dummy. You know, he gave up a lot of stuff he shouldn't have given, and he's the example where they point to him when it comes to everybody. So, I mean, so when you're the blueprint of what not to do, and they're using that situation as not to do, then you're going to come up and try to use the same methods and philosophies and way of doing things. Hey, good luck to you, man. That's all I can say to that dude. Good luck to him, but he might end up putting himself into a really bad situation.
We'll see what ends up happening with him, man. We will see. Tono, anything else you want to share with the people?
Nah, that's it. And no more letting that dude cook, goddammit. Bye.
Man, we got to let everybody cook, man. We let everybody cook. Let me see in the comment section. A.S. Meese asked me, damn, where is it? Oh, he didn't like that comment. Where is it? If Bud not a draw in your opinion, can you explain how fighting Benavidez make financial sense? My simple response, Jason, it's the phenomenon that we see where the sum of the parts are greater. So I don't think either one of them are a draw individually, but I think you will make a big, huge fight for a fight like that, because I think there'll be so many people that are interested in seeing that fight being made. Hey, what's going on with you, Adrian?
Hey, what's up, Jason and Greg? How you guys doing, man?
Not much, man. What's going on with you?
Check it out. I'm going to make this car short and sweet. Mr. Catch a Body, Jaron Ennis. Nobody wants a piece of him. He's a bad man. Matter of fact, when he goes into the arena parking lot, he tells his dad, Bozy, just keep the car running, because I'm going to be in and out like a robbery. Now, does Terence Crawford want anything to do with that? I doubt it, because Mr. Jaron Ennis, he's yet to even lose a round as a professional fighter. Now, you tell me one boxer that's ever done that, Mr. Jason and Greg. And I want you guys to think about it, because if you want to fight against somebody that's going to be great, somebody that's going to take you to the next level, it's going to be Mr. Jaron Ennis. God bless you both. You have a great day. Talk to you on Sunday. Bye-bye.
All right, later. Oh, man. Oh, he got at Jerry, man. He got at Jerry on that one. Let's take a little time to see what's going on in the chat real quick, Jason. First and foremost, I put a poll up there, Jay, and 44% say the measurable argument hold up. 56% say no. So I'm appreciative of the people that have voted. Some of the people probably that voted didn't realize or haven't had the opportunity to hear my argument against it, which is that if Terence Crawford is too small for David Benavidez, so is Canelo Alvarez. They're both too small because they have the same measurables. So that argument doesn't hold weight. But it is what it is. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and end this poll right here. Well, I guess I'll just leave it there. What else do we got? Man, I saw my dude, Team Gill in the building. Daring to be great is a crash dummy. Team Gill, I just want to see your boy get in the ring with David Benavidez. Floyd Mayweather said that would be a great fight. I think it'll be a great fight. And, you got my number, so you can always reach out to me to tell me why you don't believe that that's the case. But let's see. This manager Marty talking points. What are you talking about?
No clue what they talking about on that.
I don't know. Jay, that don't make sense, Greg. Jay, what you talking about? What don't make sense? Because if you're talking about the measurables, nah, bruh. You don't have no argument to suggest that Terence Crawford is too small because he doesn't have the reach or the height when Canelo Alvarez also is the same size in terms of height and reach. Height and reach. As a matter of fact, his reach is shorter than Terence Crawford. Yet everybody is perfectly fine with Canelo fighting him. Then what's the issue? And then if you go to weight, then, well, David Benavidez makes the weight class. So that is what it is. That is what it is. And they both rehydrate to above 185. So there, you cannot make a rational, reasonable, logical argument for why Terence Crawford should be able to fight Canelo, but not David. Makes no sense.
Canelo's like people have said, Canelo's a PUSSY. Jason Williams, he hasn't fought David Benavidez. That's why.
Jamel was big enough for Canelo. I don't see the correlation, Jay. I don't know why is that a question?
He was still moving up in weight.
Why is that a question?
He was moving up in weight, but no idea, man. And no one wanted that damn fight anyway.
So Jay, I was surprised that Devin Haney came in at 165. But again, you're mixing apples and oranges. Floyd or who was it? Regis didn't come up and say he wants to fight one opponent versus another. That's what I'm talking about. You guys are going through mental gymnastics to talk about why he should be able to go up to 168 and try to win a 168-pound title versus one fighter, but not willing to do it versus anybody else in the division. That makes no sense at all. None.
Exactly.
Apples and oranges. Give me a current situation where you got a fighter that's talking about moving up and only wants to fight one fighter in the weight class. Then you can make a sound argument. Anything else is not rational.
Hey, chick.
Team Gill. Actually, Canelo Alvarez is going to get stripped of the WBC title, which means then that David Benavidez will officially be the WBC champion, which means Terence Crawford can go up there and win a title. So I'm sorry, that logic no longer holds either. Nice try, though. Jerry Soriano, we addressing the people in the chat right now, man. We let you cook. We already let you cook. We can't let you cook for another 15 minutes, bro. We about to wrap this show up anyway soon.
That unseasoned chicken you tried to cook. No one wants that shit.
Okay, but that is today. Or that will be done in the very near future, which means that all Bud has to do is announce that he wants to fight David Benavidez, and they will go ahead and strip him and allow him a fight. Exactly, Mike. Exactly. Just say what it is. It's a money grab. He wants to fight Canelo for a money grab. There is nothing. The measurables is not a reasonable argument. You know what I'm saying? It's called the weight divisions, not the height and reach divisions.
Right?
It's the weight division, not the height and reach division. The argument that one guy is going to rehydrate up by 26 pounds, okay, so does the other guy. Canelo Alvarez also is going to rehydrate up to above 185 to 190. So what's your point? That's why this whole comment about, oh, we had an issue with Devin Haney rehydration. Even if we did, what's the point? In this situation, both guys are going to rehydrate up above 20 pounds above the weight limit. So you can't make that argument, well, David's going to rehydrate. So is Canelo.
Yeah.
Well, Terence Crawford measurements are too small. So are Canelo's. You have no rational argument. You have no rational argument. And Jay, the money, yes. But the title, no. Because David Benavidez is going to have the WBC title. So no. And if you ain't willing to move up and fight anybody to win those titles, then I don't want to hear that shit. I'm not trying to hear that shit. That you're trying to take a shortcut just to fight one guy to win the titles. If you can't beat nobody else in the fucking division, then I don't want you to win a title at all. You damn right. What the hell does that? No. Y'all scared for him to fight anybody else in the division, yet you okay with him fighting. No, I don't want him as champion if he can't beat nobody else in the division. You damn right.
Oh, man. Oh. real quick.
David will have the WBC title. David will have the WBC title because Canelo's not fighting him next. So he will have the WBC title, and Terence Crawford can make that fight. Stop making that bullshit excuse up about not having a title. That's bullshit. I'm sorry.
Hey, real quick, Greg. We got a super chat. DJ Curtis 79, $30. Much appreciated, my man. He says Roy Jones went up in weight and fought James Toney. Andre Ward went up and fought Kovalev. Pernell Whitaker fought both De La Hoya and Trinidad at the end of his career. Why can't Bud fight Boots and Canelo fight Benavidez?
I'm fine with both. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with any of that.
Both of them. They can find the same card. Shit.
Jerry Soriano, thank you, Jerry. We appreciate it. Canelo versus Crawford will be for the best fighter of this era. No, it won't.
No.
It won't be for undisputed because he's getting stripped. So, man, stop with the BS narratives. Stop with the BS narratives. Nobody said that David's getting stripped from his title, even if he's moving up. That's why David said he'd come back down. So either way it goes, if Terence Crawford were to say that he was going to go up to 168 today, Jay, I'm talking about today or within the last month, David Benavidez would be the WBC champion. And we've seen stranger things. If Terence Crawford today went into negotiation to fight David Benavidez at 168, he would get an opportunity to fight for a title. But not only that, who gives a damn about the titles? Even if he didn't win the titles, he'll be in the top 3 if he were to go up and beat David Benavidez. Y'all using that title as a BS excuse. It's a bullshit excuse because you don't want to see him get his ass whooped. And that's fine too. That's fine too. But it's all bullshit excuses. Just say what it is. You just
hold on, Jake. Nah, Jake, Bud don't care about titles. You said that he wants the bag. He don't want no goddamn title. He don't care about that shit.
Don't give a fuck about that fucking title, man. He'll fight Canelo right now. If Canelo didn't have one fucking belt, he'd move up and fight him right now. And Jay would be on board with that, saying, "Oh, he's daring to be great." I wouldn't hear one peep out of titles right now if he were to move up and fight Canelo, and Canelo had no titles. No titles. That title is bullshit.
Jake, he said he wanted undisputed 3 times a while ago. Why not just fight Boots then? He can be undisputed 3 times again right now. Fight Boots.
Man, hold on. I got to see what my guy Team Gill said. Greg, if the WBC strips Canelo, I will shave my eyebrows out. Hey, team, you ain't supposed to be making me laugh right now. I'm pissed. Listen. I don't have an issue with Terence Crawford not going out the fight. I have an issue with the crazy ass rationale that people try to use to justify certain things. And that whole title stuff is bullshit. Terence Crawford would go fight Canelo right now if Canelo didn't have one singular title. Not one. He'd go up and fight him today.
Yeah, that's why.
He signed on the dotted line today. If he had the opportunity to fight Canelo with no titles. He don't give a shit about those titles. He wants to get paid. So miss me with that title shit. He don't care about no, hey, he's trying to be great. And man, it's about his legacy. About no damn legacy.
Yeah, get this. If David was undisputed at 168, would he still want to go up there?
Hell no. Hell no, he ain't going up there because I don't want those titles that damn bad. He don't care about those titles at all. Man, if he was able to make the same amount of money he would make against Canelo Alvarez, against David Benavidez, and he was undisputed, he still wouldn't go up. Because it ain't about being great. It ain't about being great. It's about a nice little shortcut to get to some paper titles if he were to beat Canelo Alvarez, knowing that he can't beat nobody else at the weight class. That's all it's about. That's all it's about. So I don't have no problem with Terence Crawford not fighting Boots or not fighting David Benavidez or Canelo or David Benavidez, whatever. I have no problem with it as long as we're keeping it real. It's about the money. He want to cash out. He's trying to look for the route the route of least resistance to cash out.
Ain't mad at him at all.
See, man, I hate when Jay say keep that energy for Tank. I'll keep it. I'm gonna keep the same energy for Tank.
Ain't talking about legacy. Tank ain't talking about trying to be undisputed. And we already going off on Tank anyway. We said Tank need to fight Frank, Shakur, or Devin this year. At least one of them. And right now, he's in line to supposedly fight Frank. We cool with that.
So it is what it is.
I didn't want to see Tank fight Isak Cruz Part 2. I've been said that. I want to build fans out there. I said that. I want to see that shit.
We all said that, or at least you and I said that for sure. So it is what it is. Look at Greg's face. Yeah, man. You know, I'm tired of the. You know, sometimes I come on here and I rant, guys, and sometimes y'all try to cook me in the comment section. Sometimes y'all call in and try to cook me like Jerry Soriano. You know, it is what it is.
I don't think Cruz gonna beat no Frank Martin now. You clowning.
Greg got the face of a tyrannical hater. I don't hate Terence Crawford. Hey, Jason, I don't know if I was on. I don't think you were on here when I said this, but I swear, man, I think like Jason Williams must be like my long lost brother, because he's like one of them. He like the brother that I don't have brothers, by the way, but he's like the brother that you have that constantly freaking pokes you all the time to piss you off. It's him. It's him. He is that guy.
It's definitely him.
He is that guy.
It's definitely him.
All right, man. It is what it is. Jason Williams keeps it real. Man, Jason Williams don't keep shit real. Jason said he here to keep me humble. Man, if y'all, Jason, I ain't humble.
Man, I'm not. Say something just then.
What? I'm probably saying it already. I'm not humble.
I know you ain't humble. You ain't humble for shit.
Ain't nothing about me humble.
Follow us on Sports Media.
Ain't nothing about me humble. Tell him, Jason, you hear about me telling you I'm the greatest every damn day. I tell you I'm the greatest every day.
And I tell him to go to hell. And he's full of shit.
And guess what? I said again and again and again. If I don't believe it, nobody else will. Let's see. Terence Crawford. Thank you for the $5, Jerry. Terence Crawford, February 3rd. Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, the biggest fight in boxing right now. Like it or not, it's just facts. No, it's definitely Canelo and Benavidez. Definitely Canelo and Benavidez. Hey man, appreciate. Yeah, man, hit the like button. Appreciate that. AS Meeks. Juice Lee, did Spence need to fight David when he was trying to fight Canelo? We didn't like Spence fight Canelo either. We didn't like that fight either. We didn't like that fight either because I didn't think Spence could beat Canelo.
Funny. Yeah, we said that several times. We didn't like that. And when they had that little deal going on, we like, why is Spence in there? Even at catchweight 152, we didn't like it no kind of way.
I always thought Spence. I remember somebody getting upset with me because I said, it might have been Mr. Vegas that I told him that I thought Spence would lose to Canelo. Mr. Vegas, if you're in the chat, let me know if that was you. But I definitely had an argument with somebody in the chat about that. They got pissed off that I said that. So no. This wasn't a Spence channel that wanted to see that. Sorry. And I don't consider us a Spence channel.
Mm-mm. And now they talking about like Canelo really still wants to fight Charlo.
Yeah, I saw that. We'll do a video on that too. That makes me want to Earl. But anyway, man, we almost at the minute and hour and a half mark. I just want to jump on here. and yeah, we were only supposed to do an hour. I just wanted to jump on here and just rant because I was motivated by some of the comments in the comment section, and my good friend Jay Mack who makes it that always challenges me. I appreciate you, John Mack. I know we go back and forth and stuff like that, but I do appreciate when people challenge me. I do appreciate. Yeah, John Mack is in the chat. I appreciate everybody in the chat and people who challenge us. Team Gill definitely always challenging me. Team Gill, Brother Greg, one final thing. DB wins the WBC at 175. He is not coming back to get an email bet at 168. Maybe. AS Meeks 39. Your hate is different than some other channels. Keep pushing AM Sports. I appreciate you, AS Meeks 39. A lot of it is for entertainment purposes, but at the same time, I believe in everything that we say. But I do truly appreciate having the dialect and the conversation and the pushback. As I've mentioned in the past, I work in corporate America, and I'm so much of the mindset that bringing multiple minds together is always better than one, and there is no one right answer. So hearing people's different perspective on things and people pushing back on, you know, what we think and being open to us pushing back to what they think and not getting upset and unsubscribing and stuff like that just because the opinions are different. I appreciate that. So that's what's up for us. Hey Jay, appreciate it. $9.99. Jay is also someone that always pushes back if he feels like you know, we are saying something that he doesn't agree with. So Team Gill, top 3 channels on here. I appreciate you, fam. I really do. We appreciate you guys.
I mean, just having the community people going back and forth showing their opinions and giving us shit. We give them shit and we laugh the shit off. We all want one thing: the best fighting the best. And that's not Bud fighting fucking Canelo right now. It's goddamn David Benavidez and Canelo.
Rashawn Ramsey said, I never agree with y'all, but I fuck with y'all channel more than anyone else for real. and I appreciate that, dog, because I think I never agree with Jason Williams. He always rocks with us. Most times I don't agree with John Mack, Larry Lopez. There's a lot of people that be in the chat that don't agree with us. And I'm not offended with people that don't agree with me. And one thing I will say, and I am quite smart, guys. I'm going to keep it real. Jay, you can attest to that. I am quite smart. You know it. But one thing I am smart enough to know is that I'm smart enough to know that my answer isn't always right. That's one thing that I am smart enough to know. So it is what it is. Jake, appreciate the $5, man. Appreciate you so much, dude. We all want to be angry.
Take it, Shakur. I take that too.
Rashawn Ramsey, for real, man. Y'all don't act like these other dudes on YouTube be mad at disagreeing. No, I don't really give it. I don't care. I don't care if somebody disagrees with me because I know I can. I've been wrong too many times to think that I can always be right. But what I try to do all the time is use logic in however I come to my conclusion. That's what I can't stand. I can't stand when people don't use rational logic to come to their conclusion. And most of the people, I would say, dude, 99.9% of people that argue against us, specifically the ones that you see in the comment section that don't just refer to hating, they actually come with an argument. Jay always have an argument. Team Gill always has an argument. AS Meeks always has an argument. Mr. Vegas, everybody typically has an argument. They just, you know, I sometimes agree with it, sometimes I don't. It is what it is.
And the cool thing about it, though, Greg, it's like that when we go back and forth, whether it's you and me or us in the chat, it's disagreeing, but it's respectful. It ain't calling no one names and it's just stupid shit like that. We just keep it real, man.
No, for fact, we keep it real. And Jay just said, yeah, we gotta make sure that we hear all perspectives, and that's why I typically allow anybody when they call in, they have the floor. They get the opportunity to say their point, whether I agree with it or not. I don't agree with anything that Jerry Soriano says. I disagree with almost all of it. But I actually very much so enjoy him calling in to hear his perspective because I think he's one of the more entertaining people that call into the channel. So I appreciate Jerry. Huh?
Terrence's best video has been missing.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen him in quite some time. But anyway, man, we've been on here for a while. Hey man, we might go live again sometime this week. But it won't be like our normal 2-hour lives or anything like that. But it'll probably be, you know, an hour 15. If there's something that pops up and we just feel like, yo, we should go ahead and talk about it, then we'll jump on here and talk about it. The phone lines will be open. Everybody get an opportunity to have their say on it, and it'll be what it is. Greg, speaking facts, I call or text him to talk boxing. He's 100% a good dude. I appreciate the Team Gill. Team Gill is one of the few people that has my phone number directly and hits me up on a regular basis, and we chop it up. Not only through text, but yeah, phone calls too. We talk on the phone and we, you know, Team Gill hears some stuff that maybe other people don't hear just because of that personal conversation. But well, Jay, what you like?
You see that Mark M said Terrence working on the Aqua Blood feature film.
Y'all, hey, he move up and beat Benavidez. Y'all get because man, I ain't gonna lie. If he were to move up and beat Benavidez, I'd be so inspired to do his documentary. I'd be inspired. And I'm talking about it'll be an hour long. I go all the way back. Hell, I might even go to Nebraska and ask him, will he let me interview him? Now, I'll probably receive an ask. Well, no, his cousin told me they wouldn't whip my ass. They'd probably press me a little bit. I might get pressed a little bit if I come there, but they wouldn't whip my ass. They definitely pressed me, but he said for sure they won't whip my ass. But anyway, appreciate you guys. Thank everybody for calling in and participating in the show. I know it was impromptu and we didn't give you guys a lot of time. Sometimes when we put stuff on the community, it doesn't pop up or people don't see it. So sometimes we just go live and see who gets the opportunity to show up, and we'll chop it up and have a good time, man. Appreciate you guys. Until next time, peace.